Welcome back to Discussing Comics. I'm Kyle.
I'm Clarence.
And we're going to be talking about something that probably fans absolutely have no idea what is for the most part, and that is Marvel Legacy.
Yeah, even I have no clue what you're talking about. You wanted to bring this up and talk about it.
Yeah, I did, because obviously we're doing a YouTube channel about comics, I'm a big comic book fan, just as you are. But Marvel has it in their heads that they're going to recreate the nostalgia of old. And the way that they are currently saying that they're going to do that is by, drum roll please, renumbering to original numbering. Does that make you want to go run out and buy a book simply because you've now said, this is not cable number 3, volume number 8, it's cable number 156 or whatever?
No. Exactly. Well, I'm assuming the numbering changed at some point.
Right.
So are they going to go back to show these characters as they were when the numbering changed? Or are they simply just doing a blanket renumbering?
No, they're just doing a blanket renumbering. Now, they're saying that this will harken back to more traditional stories, more nostalgic stories, the characters you know and love. But on the same thing, a number is just a number. Right?
Yeah, and I think the fact that you're not going back to a 1 kind of like negates the significance in a way, because we talked about it before where what does it mean when you see New 52 number 1, of the comics? It kind of will bring new people in. Okay. But I don't see why this would, maybe for some of the old faithfuls, it might be something they're interested in.
Okay, so here's another.
I just don't think
it doesn't get me. And here's another thing that they've done as a tie-in to this. There is a set of one-shots called Generations that are tying current versions of the characters with legacy versions of the characters. For instance, there was a Phoenix Generations where Jean Grey met Jean Grey just after she became the Phoenix. So current Jean Grey, the teenager from the current Marvel, met adult Jean Grey from the 70s that had just become Phoenix. But here's the deal. There was no build-up to say, why were these two characters meeting? And just like that, you're going to have Amadeus Cho, the Awesome Hulk, meeting back in the past, Bruce Banner. But there's no connection as to why all these people are meeting.
Yeah, I mean, that is way more interesting to me than the Legends thing. I also think it could still work in the frame of the timeline. Of course, being Doctor Who fans, we know you can go meet yourself and it kind of gets erased from the future.
And I have no problem with meeting yourself.
But what kind of story are they going to build around it to explain why it's happening?
Okay, so as part of this and part of Legacy and something, and you know what? I may be doing a video with you in 3 or 4 months saying, oh, wow, I was so wrong. If so, I kind of want to be wrong. But part of Legacy is they are going to introduce you to the Avengers 1 million BC. Exactly. Cavemen and current incarnations. In other words, what if you had Ghost Rider, instead of driving around on a motorbike or in a car, rides around on a woolly mammoth?
So we're going to get the Fred Flintstone version of Marvel characters.
Correct. Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. And why should we care?
Yeah, I mean, and for that matter, usually going into the future is more interesting than going into the past.
I mean,
obviously not the same characters, but maybe somebody portraying the Ghost Rider.
You know what I'm hearing in my head? Avengers, meet the Avengers. I mean, that's stupid.
It's really dumb. Really dumb.
So here's what I think they're doing. They're trying to recapture people who have left them because of the Captain America, what I call the Captain America fiasco of the last couple of years with Hydra.
I don't think this is the way to do it.
And I don't either. And part of what they're doing with Generations are not necessarily Generations, but with this whole legacy, they are releasing covers that are mimicking to old covers. Well, the problem is they're making you, as a retailer, buy almost 2 to 3 times as much just to get one of those covers. That, and there are some people that are saying we're not even buying this.
Yeah, it's really weird. Are they going to do this throughout all of their properties?
Well, all of their books are, for the most part. Now, they have not said that X-Men is going to be renumbered, which I wish it would be, to Uncanny X-Men. But yeah, pretty much most of their books are being renumbered, I think, in end of September, October.
Yeah, and I know as a comic company, they always have to do things to constantly innovate, bring in new stories, regenerate interest in their properties. But as far as it goes, this sounds like one of the worst.
So instead I agree with you. So instead of maybe renumbering, if you know you've done something wrong as a comic book company and you've lost readers because of what you did, maybe instead of having all these little one-shots with Generation, you have a really solid one-shot book, a single book, and maybe you do start some things over again at number 1. And instead of having this fake legacy thing, maybe you just give your entire line a much needed rebirth. Like DC did. Sorry,
took it there.
Had to go there. But I mean, seriously, DC was doing poorly after the initial New 52 kind of died down. They did it right. Yeah. Marvel, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see, huh?
I guess we'll see. And let us know what you think. If you think Marvel is on the right path and I am 100% wrong, leave us some comments. Let us know. If you think I'm right, which, I kind of like being right. But, let us know that too. And if you're a big DC fan or not, or if you're an Image fan, which we've not even talked about, let us know. So, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys.